Hello folks and welcome to another Bitcoin market analysis by Inspocrypto. Today we will see what the market is going to do next. I was expecting a price between 23 and 24k. They surprised me. We are at the moment just retesting 24k while SPY is retesting 395 and SPX 3970. DXY is not doing anything. I don't know what's happening there. So it seems they just said, okay, turn the engine off and that's it. So no bigger deals here related to euro, US dollar. Absolutely nothing is happening here. Absolutely nothing is happening here. I just see, for example, here related to Bitcoin, what they are doing, pushing, blocking here, so they don't want to let the price go down, and so on and so forth. So everything looks not that bearish. And we know what that means. If the big guys, those, the same guys, they are now saying, well, it seems inflation is under control, and maybe we can expect a pivot on Fed. Just a few weeks ago, Bloomberg told that Wall Street was shocked about the progress related to inflation. I mean, the markets reacted to a rising inflation. They didn't react to a rising inflation, what at the same time means, of course, a rising interest rate and at the same time a reduce of balance sheets. And now expecting, if inflation is under control, so if we maintain maybe 9% or 10%, everything is fine, Fed can pivot and we lift up. Maybe even making new all-time highs. You will laugh right now. It sounds really funny. Be careful with that. These guys have trillions and they can make it if they need that. And as mentioned, or I didn't mention that, but their books and portfolios are full. They missed to reduce their portfolios. They had 2 years time. I mean, after the 2020 crash in March because of the coronavirus, they had enough time just to sell. But no, as long as the money printer was on, they didn't care. They pushed and pumped more money and more money and more money to the markets. Now the big dilemma at the moment is how to exit. How to exit? Only if the masses are going to absorb their assets. Means you, me, and a lot of others just spending their savings, mortgaging their houses, whatever, and buying because we are going to be the next billionaires. That's how it works. So I'm very surprised, to be honest, because I still see a lot of problems ahead. I see military tensions, Ukraine, Russia, Syria, Taiwan, China. I see energy crisis. I see a new version of the coronavirus. It's a new one, by the way, just a few days old. And of course, the most worst version we had ever. How they call it? They are so creative. Centaurus, it seems. The BA2.75. And it's extremely dangerous. So we have a lot of things that can let crash the market. A lot of things, but at the same time, the whole sentiment, the whole rhetoric is changing to bullish. Like Jim Cramer said, the bear market is done. And you remember I have mentioned we have two scenarios on Bitcoin. We can dump very hard, start to accumulate big and go up. That's bearish short term, but bullish long term. And do you remember what I said? What would be worst case scenario? Worst case scenario is if they go down, don't accumulate, and they go up again. At least those entities I'm tracking, and in my opinion, those entities are the key of the market, and the MM entity, in my opinion, it's the mainly market driver here with exchanges, it seems. um, didn't accumulate big. They didn't accumulate. They reduced the balances as much as they could, it seems. And now we are going up. I don't know if in 2 days they are fooling us and then on their balances appears 200,000 bitcoins. I really doubt that. But in case we lift up with the reduction of balances without any big accumulation, that's an exit rally. And it's extremely bearish because the only thing they have in mind is to reduce their balances as much as they can, to reduce their portfolio, to sell as much as they can. That's it. I told you just before that would be worst case scenario, and at the moment it looks like that's the plan. We are at 24K at the moment, and it's maybe a little bit too early to say we can go even more up. But at the moment, taking into a look what SPY is doing and SPX, I can imagine we will go up. We will go up more, and maybe even much more. Just to tell you that. So we will see. I'm going to miss that way. I'm going to miss the opportunity to make 500% maybe, but I don't want to be the victim of a black swan or market crash, unexpected one or whatever. Um, so I have my bags. I will hold my bags. I told you even at 18 I said I'm not going to sell. Not the way down, also not the way up, maybe the top. And then we will see. It depends how the whole situation will look like. So that's it. Let us go forward and check what is happening here. The wedge ratio 30 days moving average declined. Well, that's fine. I mean, we can see that. It went back here, indicating they want to let the price go up. That's what it's indicating. The question is, what happened with all these bitcoins? I don't know. You remember the Binance deposit cold wallet where she said that, ha ha ha, that's not our money or it's not our bitcoins, the 100,000 bitcoins? You remember that? They are still there. If that's not CSAT or it's not Binance Bitcoins, like he said, I don't know. I mean, maybe he's lying. That's possible because I think Binance is actively buying Bitcoin. But however, I can't prove that. If he is right, it means someone is preparing something. I would just don't let 100,000 bitcoins in Binance deposit cold wallet just because it's funny. So we need to be very careful, and maybe that that's first of all why we are of course analyzing the markets every day just to see and to find any you know potential problems or indicators that let us see if the market is going to decline. But as you see, it changed. So we can see that's not just a deviation here, in my opinion. It would surprise me. Something that can happen is if it goes up much more next. So usually that means the preparation is done, and usually afterwards something big should happen because that's how it works. Every time it goes up, when it starts to decline, days after it starts to nuke because the preparation is done. We had such declines and afterwards it lifted up much more, so we need to be very careful, but something we should have in mind. Some people are indicating we should see 30K next, some are telling 40K, and some are now calling a new all-time high in 2022. Be open-minded and trade the market. However, let us go forward and check what's happening here. Also here, it's indicating you what they are doing. They let the price go up all the time and then distribute. Let the price go up, distribute. That's the same all the time, all the time. So, yeah, that's what these guys are doing all the time. And we can see that the stablecoin supply, it's lifting up a little bit, but you see, it's not really rising. Stablecoin reserves on exchanges lifted up, declined. It's lifting up a little bit, but also here we are not coming back to the level we had just few months ago. Wales ratio 30 hours time, 30 hours moving average, lifting up, now declining even more, indicating they want to let the price go up to distribute even more. Also would match to an exit rally. I'm really still not believing that's an exit rally and just, something like we had just in the last few months. Yeah, they let go the price go even more up to dump into it afterwards. The problem here is we have more shorts on the table than longs. That is a big difference to the past, because in the past everyone was longing here, just expecting we will go up more, 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 more. Right now it's just every time when we are here, they are shorting. Every time. When we are here, they are shorting, shorting, shorting more, then push up hard, liquidate it. Then again. And that's what they are playing all the time, unfortunately. And in my opinion, as long we have that much shorts, they will do everything to scalp shorts. Very easy. Let us go forward. So, if we check the flow activity, we see that today the maximum was in the morning 2,500 bitcoins. That's it. And yesterday the biggest one was here with 5,600, here 6,600. But if we zoom out, we can see that it's an average. A little bit more than average, a little bit more, but it's not the same like we had here, for example, or just, for example, here, where we received really huge amount, 40,000, 24,000 bitcoins, and so on and so forth. That's not happening. Or like here, 78,000 bitcoins in 1 hour. So that's not happening anymore. And it also shows, and that's the problem right now, that shows they let the price up, but at the moment we don't know how far they want to let the price go up, right? That's the big issue at the moment. So we need to wait what's going to happen next. I still have in mind tomorrow's ECB announcement about the interest rates. In my opinion, DXY will push up, and that could let Bitcoin, yeah, but maybe even just let it go down to 22 or 23, and that's it. Until then, maybe we are at 25 already or something. We need to see. However, also here, the market is always reacting to the sells. Every time they are not really pushing, they are just reacting. As soon they buy a little bit more, just a little bit more, then traders are selling, and at the same time using futures a lot. That's what I see. They are supporting just the market price of futures with spot. And that's what I'm observing. And we will take a look to the CBDs and see that. So, yeah, As you see, big outflows indicating they have started to sell here, and at the same time, just to react, stablecoin inflows to buy. So they don't let the price go down. And that's what they are doing all the time. Of course, outflows at the same time, I mean, 2,300 here, 2,000 here, and 4,000 here, 3,500 here, and so on and so forth. But that's it. Let us go forward. So, future trading. What's happening here? Well, first of all, we can see funding rate up, then down, then up. Now more demanding shorts. Open interest also up, then down, now up. So indicating more contracts are coming in, and of course leverage ratio also lifting up. So everything fine and on track. Oops. At the same time, a lot of taking profit, as you can see here. So no big inflows, but at the same time, big outflows related to stablecoins and derivatives, and at the same time, the same happening to bitcoins. We had here outflow 7,700 bitcoins, and here 8,600 bitcoins. So we will see if, I mean, I'm wondering, and option traders were expecting until Friday, and I mean, it's just in 2 days, a price of 22K, and they spent millions for that bet. So are we going back to 22K? That's possible. We need to see until Friday, and then afterwards go up again. Would be possible. I'm very bearish for tomorrow just because of the ECB interest rate decision. I still think that, I mean, the whole situation in Europe doesn't look good at all, and so that's another hit, and that could push the euro more to the downside, and just push the US dollar more to the upside. That at least would let Bitcoin go down to, for example, 22K until Friday. Would be possible, but of course we don't know who is behind these option trades as well, even if they are spending millions. So we need to see. My problem, why I'm at the moment, I has closed my short at the moment. I think we will spend some time at 24K, and we need to see if we will go up again or not. I don't know, but it's that here. Even longs are coming back, but it's too many shorts, too many people expecting the next move to the downside, and usually, to be honest, I'm taking into account the situation of exchanges. I don't think exchanges are going to allow that. They will try everything to liquidate these shorts. My opinion, of course. So let us go forward. That's just few hours old right now, so let me make a new one and check what's happening. It takes a bit, as you know, as usual. Yeah, so the big long positions are still there. Nobody cares about that, while the shorts, even if we have more shorts, but it seems the liquidation impact, something a follower just mentioned that was really useful. That's not indicating the volume, it's indicating the impact to the price of Bitcoin in case of a liquidation. To be honest, I don't know how the Kingfisher can calculate that. I really don't know, and I would like to see how what is the formula for that. I didn't find anything about that. So now I'm a little bit, I'm not sure if that's really accurate because liquidation impact to the price. When is the impact to the price big? Only, well, high leverage or the volume including the leverage. You mean what I mean? I mean, if I'm spending 5 millions in a long with a leverage of, for example, 20, it's telling me I have 100 million US dollars that can have an impact to the price. It's like if I would sell to the future market 100 million worth bitcoins. That's my understanding. But if they say it doesn't have, it's not related to the volume, I really don't know how they measure that. Absolutely not. Otherwise, that's pure artificial and doesn't make any sense. And maybe that explains why the shorts are so flat while the longs are so big. I don't know. I really don't know. So, in such case, the market is wrong because the market should go in that direction instead. It's not doing it. So, I don't know. However, it's the same. If we check, it's the same like we check that here, for example, we will see it correlates very well to FTX again. So if you find any information about the Kingfisher, something that would be useful for us, yeah, I would be very happy to know about that. And if you can just send me some information. So if we check FTX right now, as you see, it matches. Also here, shorts very flat. I don't know how that works, to be honest, but yeah. I was expecting that's a combination of volume and leverage. And of course, the bar is indicating the impact to the price. Makes then sense. But if in their docs they are saying um, it doesn't have any relation to the volume, then I don't know what they define under the name liquidation cluster. To be honest, I really don't know. However, let us go forward. So let us see what's happening here. Well, first of all, if we check what's happening here, we can see where the price went up even more if DX was distributing. Like they knew what's going to happen next. While aggregated spots still looking up and Bitcoin collateral futures indicating more shorts. Also here, my opinion, they are hedging just their Bitcoin purchases and stablecoin futures just more up, indicating more longs and pushing up. If we take a look, Coinbase, of course, Coinbase started relatively late purchasing after they distribute here. They started to buy, it seems. At least that's the what we can see here related to this CBD. Binance just, you know, indicating buying, 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 buying. Um, I'm checking the Bitcoin spot volume delta all the time, and it's sometimes 200 bitcoins, 300 bitcoins, 500 bitcoins, not really big, but every hour, and that's what we see here. So also very interesting, to be honest. You can see that. I will show you that in Trading Light. It's very entertaining to see that sometimes. So yeah, then we have Bitfinex. Incredible how accurate Their CBD is related to their market price. Not now. They're just buying, it seems, while the price is going down, but you know, it's what we can see here. Also very interesting. So, and finally, we have here the funding rate. And the funding rate of Binance Perp lived up, maintained relatively, well, not high, but higher. And now it's declining a little bit, while also the open interest is declining, indicating they are closing or liquidating some traders like they did here, I guess, because of many were shorting all the time. So let us go forward and check what these guys are doing here. The entities, nothing big. If we check the market maker, lifted up a little bit, but nothing. Still indicating less than 5 million bitcoins in their balances now, so 4,980,000. This guy's not accumulating. This guy's accumulated 60,000 since mid of June. Well, I don't need to talk about retailers. They are buying a lot. Well, it's not a lot, but it's absolutely not a lot, but it's okay. Um, I have mentioned about these entities. That's it went up and it correlates with these entities because one we had one huge wallet. We don't know what is behind. If it's an exchange, maybe it's Coinbase, I don't know, or if that's a private whale. But he had 130,000 Bitcoin and he split it now into different wallets. He sent those to in different transactions via Coinbase. The trick here is he didn't send all of them via Coinbase, but all transactions arrive to the wallet. And that's why I think he is using a Coinbase Vault wallet. What is a Coinbase Vault wallet? That's something like a cold wallet with a timer and where you can set up some security settings. So, for example, I can decide just to withdraw these assets from that exchange from that wallet. I need to confirm via email, via mobile phone, cell phone, for example, and with a Google app, for example. And after the confirmation, it takes 48 hours you are or these assets are available for you. So it's extremely useful. I was using it for my XRP on Coinbase. Even Coinbase delisted XRP. It was still offering actually the Vault wallet for XRP is still offering and providing it. So every time when I was buying on Binance my Ripple, I sent the Ripples then to Coinbase just to use the Vault. And it works very fine. That's one of the main features why I like Coinbase, to be honest. I would like to see such kind of Vault wallets also at other different exchanges, but yeah, I don't know why, but they don't use them, unfortunately. However, um, so that's the reason why we have this pump and at the same time this dump here and this entity because he split it. He was part of this entity and he split it and went to two wallets now between 10,000 and 100,000. So the balances are showing up here and not anymore here. That's the whole explanation behind that. That's it. I mean, no big secret. That's really it. We are done here. Let us go forward and then we can see the potential next local bottom before, well, we need to see what's going to happen next. So, well, I mean, that's Binance Spot, but you see that. You already see that. It's obvious what they have in mind, in my opinion. That's, and that's 21.8. Also coincidence that this matches very well to some option trades expecting 22k until Friday, but at the same time we have here something waiting at 28k and also here at 25k. So we will see how far they want to go, but in my opinion, it looks like they want to let the price go down back to 22k. Maybe we will maintain to the main POC here for a while, and afterwards, you know, just go up again. However, it's too early to say that. Let us check Coinbase and what these guys are doing. So there are right now indicating, first of all, 24.5. Thank you very much. You absorbed my sell position at 24. Now I have one at 24,500 and another one at 25. And now I show you I don't want to let the price go up anymore. These positions here are just to break. How can I say you that? So they are absorbing here to let the price go down, to retrace, to sell them, and to go down even more. That's how it works with algos. So it's a cash cow 24/7, 365 days. I mean, we shouldn't surprise that Sam is billionaire with Alameda and all, the tools he has to make exactly this kind of business. So, Deribit, look that, look that, look that. That's new. Deribit, wow, crazy. Okay, so I'm a little bit shocked right now. How much is that? 1 million each. I mean, that's not really big, but it's each. So, wow. Wow, 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 wow. At the same time, here at 22.6 and also 22.6. So 22, it could retrace there, and the next one 2500. Let us go further. Bitstamp. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But yeah, derivative perpetual, that was right. Yeah. Binance Spot, we did. Bitfinex Spot. What is Bitfinex? Look what they are doing. Just saying, okay, 24 was enough. Thank you very much. Now please let us go down. Okay, we will do that. Um, don't see at the moment. I don't see anything here. I mean, the next one would be 20k, but FTX perp. Oh, here's a lot of stuff. Between 29 and 27 and a half, and then look that here. Wow, wow, wow. They also don't want to let it go up too quick, it seems. So, but still a lot of orders, sell orders waiting there. So, in my opinion, 25, 26 could be it, but we need to see. At the moment, doing exactly the same what we know, but as you see, the pressure comes from the upside, indicating you want to push it more down, at the same time letting it absorb, and so on and so forth. That's what they are doing with its algos, and so on and so forth. So at the same time, we can see here 22.8. So we will retrace here, I guess. Yes, I think FTX perp is one of the main drivers. So I can imagine we go down to 28.8 and 22.5. We will see if this disappear. If not, we will maintain here that level for today, and tomorrow evening or something go even more down. I mean, we know that 22K is for Friday in the morning. So, hmm, it's enough time to go up, down, whatever. And we need to see. Let us check Kraken. Also, Kraken is doing that. 27.5, 28, 25, and the next 22. Bitmax. Bitmax 21.7. Look that. 25 maximum. 10 millions waiting there. And 28. Also almost 10 million. So 28. Very interesting. Very interesting. And also here, 21.7. Let us go Bitfinex derivatives. 26. And that's it. Kraken futures. Nothing. FTX spot. At 34. Really? Okay. And waiting here 22.4. Yeah, 22.3, 22.4, something like that. Waiting there. And Binance futures, we will see. Wow. Binance futures here 22. Waiting there as well. So we need to be very careful, and we can maintain that. Maybe they are expecting, if they let retrace the price, to generate more longs and then, to push down. Also here indicating they don't want at the moment let the price go up more. Not even here. 24.8 is the maximum. 24.3. So yeah, we need to see. That's a process will take a look, a bit. 22K. In my opinion, 22K looks very solid at the moment. And that's it. Well, my personal conclusion then.